Hi, I'm Bindu Subramaniam and I'm so excited to be here today. The most troublesome question I've ever been asked is, what do you want to be when you grow up? It may seem innocent, friendly even, this, what do you want to be when you grow up? But it's a question that's led a lot of people, myself included, down the wrong path of feeling that they need to know the answer to this question and that they can only be one thing. You're led to believe that you need to have the right answer, sometimes as early as kindergarten. When I was in kindergarten, I dressed up as a lawyer for Halloween, and it seemed like a fun thing to do, walk around with a briefcase full of candy every day. So when people asked me, what do you want to be when you grow up? I said, I want to be a lawyer. And judging by the looks on the faces of the grown-ups around me, I felt like I had the right answer. As I grew older, I started reading way too many John Grisham novels, and this reinforced my belief that I needed to be a lawyer. And I think it was finally halfway through law school before I realized, with a sinking feeling, that I didn't want to be a lawyer when I grew up. When you're asked what you want to be at a very young age, and you're led to believe that there's a right answer to this question, and that you can only be one thing, you get stuck on that right answer, that one thing. And that prevents you from exploring the wonderful opportunities that exist out there. And you don't have a chance to think about what you really want to be or do with your life. For those of you wondering, the right answer usually isn't law, it's engineering. Here in India, it's very common to enter at kindergarten, come out on the other side with an engineering degree, and not really think about what you want to be when you grow up. Once you have an engineering degree, you'll get hired by one of these gigantic engineering companies who like to hire engineers by the kilo, who will then declare that engineers aren't well trained by engineering colleges, then load you up into a bus again to give you the skill set that you need to do your job. And this is another important point. What we study in college may not have relevance to the jobs that exist when we enter the workforce. What are we preparing for when we study if we don't know what jobs will exist when we enter the workforce? In the olden days, a couple of generations ago, it used to be a very common thing to enter a company when you're starting your career and stay with that company the length of your career and retire from there. So if your name was Sundar and you started working at Titan when you joined as a fresher, your life became so entwined with that company that you would often get known to be Titan Sundar. You started at one company and you stayed there until you retired. Now, people talk about changing jobs every 18 months. Sometimes it's not even jobs, it's careers. We talk about the gig economy, which seems like a very exciting thing. But if you look at situations like the pandemic, it's the gig economy workers who were the first ones declared redundant. It was the gig economy workers who were the first ones asked to leave. All this leads back to a very important question. What are we trying to learn? Why are we trying to learn? I'm fortunate to work with young people every day in my role as a musician and a music educator. And I believe in the importance and value of studying all subjects, math and science, English and history, also music, art, dance, physical education. I think the new national education policy in India is brilliant because it gives young people the freedom to study so many different things, create their own pathways within a well-defined framework. I think the freedom to learn and explore many different things is crucial for success. When we talk about success, we say success is where opportunity meets aptitude meets interest. But what do you know about your interest unless you have an opportunity to pursue many different things and find what excites you. Pursue everything that excites you. Freedom is the opportunity to work hard every day at what excites you. It's not sitting in your parents' garage or basement and thinking about how you want to change the world. Because hard work eats talent for breakfast every time. And remember, you don't have to be just one thing. We've all heard the story of Steve Jobs and how he studied calligraphy in college. And his choice to study calligraphy, because he had the freedom and opportunity to do so, created something which every single person who's ever used a computer has benefited from, the ability to use interesting fonts on a computer. So his opportunity to pursue multiple things that he was passionate about has allowed us to benefit in a very real way. In my own field, I get to see intersections of music and technology, music and art, music and mathematics. Most of these intersections and these exciting projects don't even have names, but they're driven by passion. A student of ours combined a love of music and a love of Lego and was able to create a violin that plays just by using Lego pieces. That is hard work. So my advice is, wake up every morning excited to work hard about something or many things that you're passionate about. Whatever you learn with passion and dedication. And don't be afraid to learn something completely different later. When you're passionate about something, you're always thinking about how the different pieces in your life can fit together in a meaningful way. I attend dance fitness classes, and when I go, I see how well trained the trainers are. And I see that they have hundreds of trainers conducting hundreds and maybe thousands of classes every day. And the systematic training of dance fitness trainers has created such a wonderful system. And then I start thinking about our own methods of teacher training in what we do. And I wonder, how can we create a robust system where we can train hundreds and maybe thousands of teachers to do a great job every day? And I think that our teacher training processes have improved because of it. I'm also lousy at dance fitness as a result, but you get my point. In my own case, once I realized I didn't want to be a lawyer, I did the only sensible thing. I completed my bachelor's degree in law. I completed a master's degree in law, because what's the point of having a bachelor's degree if you don't have a master's degree? Then I did a master's in songwriting and music business. I did an MPhil in cultural studies. I wanted to know a bit more about pop music. I did a Montessori diploma, and then I got my PhD in music education. In my day-to-day life, I am a singer, a songwriter, I'm a mom, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an author, I'm an educator, and I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up. Thank you.